My dear friends. How have you been? Welcome back to Raya's studio. I am Raya. Since the collapse of FTX, the cryptocurrency market has been like an easily startled bird recently. Whenever there is a little movement, it causes some form of panic in people. In the week ending on December 13th, Binance experienced large withdrawals, with nearly $4 billion in cryptocurrencies flowing out of the exchange in that week alone, and nearly $20 billion on the 12th. This amount is almost 18 times that of the second-ranked exchange, Bitfinex. It should be noted that many small exchanges have wallet balances of only around $1 billion. If this had happened to FTX before it exploded, it would have taken away more than half of its funds, which would have likely resulted in bankruptcy. However, Binance has been stable for several days now. Let me first briefly introduce Binance Exchange. Binance, founded by Zhao Changpeng, also known as CZ, is a brand of blockchain digital asset trading under Binance Holdings Limited. It provides a wide range of services including digital currency trading, currency information, blockchain education, blockchain project incubation, and a blockchain charity foundation to the global market. Binance aims to build a comprehensive blockchain ecosystem centered on blockchain technology, and is a brand that integrates digital currency trading, currency information, blockchain education, blockchain project incubation, and blockchain charity foundation. Binance Trading Platform is a blockchain asset trading platform, with users in more than 200 countries and regions worldwide. It has core matching technology capable of processing 1.4 million orders per second, and offers spot trading, leverage trading, and 3 fiat trading platforms globally. As of mid-2022, Binance has more than 120 million registered users, which is more than half of the approximately 200 million users in the entire cryptocurrency circle. In mid-2022, Binance trading volume accounts for about half of the global total, and after FTX's crash, Binance has since absorbed many former FTX customers, with its current trading volume accounting for about 75% of global CX. It has caught up to the Mt. Gox exchange that dominated about 70% of the global market share in 2014. So why did Binance experience such a large number of withdrawals around December 12th? This was actually due to a news report from Reuters on that particular day. The original title of the article reads, U.S. Justice Department is split over charging Binance as crypto world falters. Let's take a closer look. A simple introduction in 4 points. Some DOJ prosecutors believe evidence justifies filing charges against executives including CEO Zhao. DOJ officials have discussed possible plea deals with Binance attorneys. Binance is under investigation for possible money laundering and criminal sanctions violations. Binance says it has no insight into the inner workings of the U.S. Department of Justice. To summarize, four sources told Reuters that the investigation began in 2018 and focused on whether Binance violated U.S. anti-money laundering laws and sanctions regulations. At least 6 federal prosecutors were involved, with some believing that sufficient evidence had been collected to take action against Binance and bring criminal charges against individual executives, including founder Zhao Changpeng. Other prosecutors reportedly believed that more time was needed to review additional evidence. The current investigation charges include unlicensed remittance, conspiracy to launder money, and violation of criminal sanctions. Zhao Changpeng and other executives have become the subject of the investigation, but the prosecutor has yet to make a final charge decision. The Department of Justice may bring charges against Binance and its executives, reach a settlement through negotiations, or close the case without taking action. Now, let me share my opinion. First of all, the emergence of cryptocurrency is to decentralize, so it is inevitable that many people will use it for money laundering. If you look closely, I can confidently say that every exchange is not clean. The difference is only in whether it is actively or passively laundering money. In actuality, Binance has two versions: a US version and an international version. The US version is specifically for US users and is also the most strictly regulated. And it is also directly connected to the US Internal Revenue Service. If there are problems, isn't it because US regulation is not up to par? In addition, Binance is becoming increasingly compliant. In May of this year, Binance announced that Binance France SAS had received approval from the French Prudential Supervision and Resolution Authority, ACPR, and has been registered as a Digital Asset Service Provider, DASP, by the French Autorité des Marchés Financiers, AMF, to operate as a licensed digital asset service provider in France. The French Financial Markets Authority is responsible for regulating the French financial market, while the ACPR is responsible for supervising French banks and insurance companies, particularly anti-money laundering regulations. This approval marks Binance's first digital asset service provider registration in Europe, and demonstrates its commitment to being an exchange that puts compliance first. Binance has since become the world's first major cryptocurrency exchange to be registered in France. Obtaining a license means that trading data for registered users in the region can be verified by the tax authority, thereby avoiding tax evasion issues. The license means that the tax authorities can directly query the data of the exchange, in order to achieve the purpose of regulation and taxation. Binance is gradually moving towards compliance. Compared to another exchange, Coinbase, Binance is not listed on the US stock exchange and does not have any stocks. And besides its own BNB, there is no possibility of them being shorted. The only thing that might have a negative impact on Binance is news. Here, I have to mention a conspiracy theory. Let's take a look at the trend of Bitcoin in the past 6 months. From the chart, it is very clear that Bitcoin has been in a horizontal price movement in the past 6 months. Even when FTX crashed, it only fell a little, as I have mentioned in the last video. The price has also been hovering around $16,000 to $17,000. So, if nothing changes in the market, the current $15,500 is likely the bottom. Moreover, due to the sluggish market, whales are not willing to utilize their own assets. FTX made an $8 billion gap, and only made it fall just a little bit. A few $1 billion might only be able to drop it by a little, which is not cost-effective. The only possibility is a big explosive incident. Anything smaller than FTX can be ignored, leaving only Coinbase, Binance, and Grayscale as the only options left. I would like to speculate and assume that only by finding ways to create more crashes can we possibly get lower prices. Don't you think so? From an operational perspective, I also hope to get lower priced coins. But the probability of a large drop in the current market is really low. Here, I want to remind everyone that if big organizations such as Binance, Coinbase, or Grayscale fall, don't panic when the coin price crashes. Just buy. But if such an event does not occur, it is likely to be a slight decline or continued consolidation. Let's go back and have a look at the balance of Binance wallet in the past few days. Looking at the charts of the past 3 days, it seems that except for the first 2 days where the amount of outflow was relatively large, the situation has started to stabilize. Although billions of dollars of funds gone may be a disaster for other exchanges, I think Binance is still holding on. When Bitcoin fell from $18,400 to near $16,500, the entire crypto market cap fell by about 10%. But the wallet balance of Binance only fell by about 5%, and then only about 1% the next day. Particularly, the share of stable coins for BUSD and USDT instead grew, which means that almost no one is currently withdrawing large amounts of cash anymore. The increase in stable coin share is because the price of altcoins have fallen even more than before. On the 12th, Binance closed the USDC withdrawal channel, and many people said that USDC could not be withdrawn. I would like to say that everyone should know there is no USDC trading pair in Binance trading now. As long as USDC enters Binance, it will automatically be converted to BUSD. That is to say, the USDC people are trying to withdraw are not the same USDC they originally owned, but forcibly converted from USDT or BUSD to USDC before being withdrawn. And what for? Isn't USDT good enough? The move to forcibly convert the coins to withdraw USDC seems like an obvious one to cause FUD within the USDC market. The fact is that within less than 2 days, USDC resumed withdrawal, and at the same time, all other coins on Binance can be freely withdrawn. Based on the fact that the market share of USDC has been eaten away by BUSD and USDT, think about who the behind-the-scenes pushers might be. If Binance falls, who will benefit the most? From the recent withdrawal situation, it seems that the large-scale withdrawal movement is probably over. There are indeed a lot of people who are concerned and have transferred their coins to other exchanges. But more people are still watching. I am also watching for now. Basically, as long as Binance wallet balance is still within the market discipline, I am not very worried. But once it falls below that in the short term, I will still temporarily withdraw. Once Binance falls, CZ's fate will definitely be the same as SBF's. Which means going to prison. In order to prove his innocence, CZ has already flown to the United States, which undoubtedly also proves CZ's confidence in himself and Binance. Otherwise, wouldn't he immediately go to prison if there was a sudden crash? After finally becoming the world's largest exchange, with a thriving business and no major embezzlement of public funds or bad loans, I don't think Binance will fall. As for the future, let's just see how it plays out eventually. Alright, that's it for today's episode. If you like our content and would like to see more, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching my show. This program represents only personal opinions and does not constitute any investment advice. See you in the next episode.